Hi guys, this is Sherman Carlos. On today's video, I'm gonna give you my review of episode 9 of season 1 of Kim Possible. Dr. Draken's Steel Spice Girls, and the Dr. P. So here we go, guys. I actually love this episode because again, we're dealing with Kim and Ron are dealing with Dr. Draken and Chico, but this time it's not. This time the setting is it's not Middleton or Middleton High School. It is, and it involves Dr. Possible, Dr. P. Well, in this funny episode, an awesome episode at the same time, Dr. Draken has created his steel spice girls, which are very fast fembots or female bots, and his plan is to use these steel spice girls to get revenge on his college colleagues, old college buddies, which include Dr. Possible, Mr. P, Dr. Possible, and a few others, which are in the same circle, which are in the same circle of friends of Dr. Possible, and of course Dr. Draken. But basically the plan is, or Dr. Draken's plan is, to take over the world, yes, but to also show and humiliate and basically tell Dr. Possible and his other colleagues or friends that were in college with him, in your face. See what I've become? I have perfected my steel Spice Girls, which in fact in this episode we see a flashback of Dr. Draken and Dr. Possible and his other friends, his other college friends, just talking about what are they gonna do? What are they going to do after college? Of course, Dr. Draken interrupts this conversation between Dr. Possible and his friends, his two friends. Then Dr. Draken, then Undraken, or Drew. Yes, Dr. Draken's full name is Drew Lipsky. So Drew, the unblued Dr. Draken, shows up and it interrupts Dr. Possible conversation, or conversation with his other two friends, and says, look what I have, guys. I have created my steel a prototype of my Steel Spice Girls, and it didn't go so well for Dr. Draken or for Drew, because Dr. Possible and Dr. Chen and Dr. Chen and Dr. Lamashwami laughed at him, and since that day that he showed Dr. Possible and Dr. Chen and Dr. Lamashwami his prototype Steel Spice Girls. He has sworn revenge. He has sworn revenge and has been holding a blue revenge grudge on Dr. Possum, Dr. Chen, and Lamashwami. So, what does he do? What does Dr. Draken do? Well, he fakes a reunion. He makes up his own fake college reunion party. At this time, Kim, Ron, and Rufus know what's going on. Well, Ron, to be more specific. Well, actually, let me rephrase that. Rufus is catching on. He knows Dr. Draken's evil and funny plan. And obviously, and what do these Steel Spice Girls do for Dr. Draken? They're very fast. They are like a hybrid of a Bugatti and a Ferrari regarding their fast moving pace. And if you blink, you will miss them very quick. So Rufus, it basically shows Ron a picture of Dr. Possible, of Dr. P, and Dr. Chen and Lamashwami, and he finally, after a while, Ron finally gets what Rufus is trying to tell him. So then later that same night, after Rufus basically showed him, or basically helped Ron figure out Dr. Draken's evil reunion plan and plot. Ron gets his mascot kit. His Mad Dog mascot kit, which includes his mask, his Mad Dog mask, and Mad Dog foam. But he has also developed copy mascot mask of masks of himself Doctor Doctor P, just in case, just like just in case, like in the current situation, just like in this current situation, and a mask, a mask of a mask, mask of Kim, if needed be. So, what what does Ron do? He basically sets himself. He basically sets a trap for Dr. Dragon steal Spice Girls and basically let himself get captured. And then we see we see that the reunion, that Dr. Dragon's reunion party is a total fake. Is a total plot. Is a total fake reunion. But his lair, his Dr. Dragon's lair is actually the fake reunion hotel. One of the rooms. But then by this time the real Dr. P sees that its roof from the top of that is roof from his top roof, or his rooftop of his car has been shredded like ropa vieja, which is a great Cuban dish of shredded meat, which means in Spanish shredded up old clothes. But anyway, so the real Dr. P realizes that his roof, that his top car roof is shredded up like ropa vieja, and he asked him where's the and Ron and Kim asked Dr. P, her dad, where in the world is Ron? And Dr. P's like, I thought he would be hanging out with you, or not hanging out with you, but watching waiting for you to end your cheerleading practice, so then you could probably go to the Bueno Nacho after. But then Kim was like, no, Kim, Kim is not, Ron is not here with me. And then Dr. Possible shows Dr. Possible uncovers himself because he was using Ron's replica mask of himself from his mascot kit. Then basically Kim is like really worried and telling Dr. P to speed up and to find where in the world is where in the world is Ron at and Rufus are at. So when they get to the hotel, the fake reunion hotel, they discover that behind this evil and frat and sorority college reunion party is actually Dr. Draken. Then Dr. Possible, or Dr. P, basically says says to Dr. says to Dr. Draken, Drew, Drew, what up, Drew? What up, Drew? What up, Drew? What? How is it hanging, Drew Lipsky? And Kim was like, what? What? Do you know Dr. Draken? Yes, Kimmy Cup. I know Dr. Draken, but not by that name. He used to be named. His actual name is Drew Lipsky. Then after getting over the shock that Dr. P, meaning after getting over the shock of her dad knowing one of her arch nemesis and arch enemies, Kim tries her best to just capture the holy blue out of capture the blue dope that is Dr. Draken. But Dr. Draken has backup, and that backup is his steel Spice Girls. And they quickly capture Kim. But then Kim comes up. Then Kim comes up with a Dr. Possible idea that maybe a super sound wave, or in this case, a super sound rave party will make the Dragon's Steel Spice Girls go crazy, and perhaps self-destruct. But then Dr. Draken is Dr. So Kim and her dad, Dr. P, then Dr. Possible grabs the Kim communicator and basically does a sound code that gives him a sound limiter to appear on the Kim communicator, and he turns the volume up. He turns the volume of the frequency of the sound rave party limiter, and basically the steel Dragon's steel Spice Girls turn on him, but before they turn on Dr. Dragon, they go crazy, and then they turn on him. Then they turn on Dr. Dragon like they were girls getting dumped by their boyfriend, or girls that they were girls that were dumped that were dumped by their boyfriends, and they basically go go and just go after Doctor Drew, go after Drew. Go after Drew Lipsky and guys, then after Dr. Chen and Dr. Lamashwami real hug it out with Dr. Possible, with Dr. P, and of course they say awesome job, Kim and Kim's friend, that again pretending to be Dr. Possible, and that's how this awesome and Steel Spice Girl episode ends. So with that being said, guys, let me know what part of episode 9 of season 1 of Kim Possible did you like, and if you were Drew Lipsky or Dr. Draken, what kind of evil invention, what kind of evil spice or guy group, evil Steel Spice Girls, or evil steel guy boy band group would you use to capture your old college friends that made fun of you back in the day, if they ever did, just like Dr. P did, and Dr. Chen and Dr. Lamashwami did to Drew Lipsky or slash Dr. Draken. So with that being said, guys, leave a like, and Wakanda forever. Bye.